All right, first video on new truck. We don't know what we're gonna name it yet. Might be Jimmy, might be, there was a couple other ones on there pertaining to military ideas. This first video is gonna be a fight. We are like full on fighting this truck because the back wheels on the driver's side are locked up completely. We're gonna have to take that off and try to unseize the brake pads some way. We towed it with the tractor in reverse and forward to see if we get them to break up, and we couldn't. Also, why this video is going to be a fight with this truck, just to get it off the trailer so we can clean it up and see what we're working with. The front tires, you can tell, completely dry rotted and are more than likely not going to take any air whatsoever. But that being said, we're going to try to put a little air in the tube. We know the tube holds air because we just checked, at least that one. That one's in way worse condition. We just got to get enough air so where the things can literally roll, because right now, check that out. That ain't gonna roll off this trailer. And I don't want to drag the truck off the trailer because if I just get the Cummins or the Power Stroke and just drag this thing off the trailer, it may cause damage, one, to not only the truck, but the trailer deck too. And I don't want to do that because I'm trying to gently lower it in the front part of the house before we pull it into the shop. We're going to clean it up a little bit. So what I'm doing right now is I'm jacking up the front end, letting some relief off those tubes, and we're going to slowly put a little bit of PSI, probably like, I don't know, maybe 40 pounds at a time, maybe less, and just try to get them tubes to freaking expand a little bit. I'll show you the safety precautions we're taking with it right now. So without going into a complete description of these Widowmaker split ring rims, two-piece wheels, whatever you want to call them, pretty much the down and dirty is the rust over time can foul the seal on the locking ring to the wheel itself and cause it to have like a really bad pretty much seal, and it'll erode over time and it'll lose its strength, and then it can pop off when you're airing up the tires or if you let the air out way too fast. So we're going to use this locking mechanism. We already let all the air out of this line. We disconnected it from the compressor. This is 50-foot lead. We're going to get behind the shed just in case something crazy happens. We let pressure off the tube. If we can just get this thing to air up a little bit just so it can roll and just to get it off the trailer, then it's a success, and then we can start pressure washing this thing and really getting to work. So we're going to lock this thing on. We're going to slowly put air into here. We're going to start with just 30 pounds at a safe distance. We'll set up the camera near it, and we're going to hide behind here. So as soon as I connect these things, it should start airing up that tire. You guys are going to be on the camera close. We're not going to be anywhere close to that thing though, man. We got Jonathan behind the camera helping me out today. Shout out to him. He's always linked down below. And here goes nothing. Go ahead and kick that thing one good time, Jonathan.
You go ahead and kick that thing. I don't even want to be right here.
Dude, you shouldn't even be right there.
I've already had a tire blow up on me on Mater, and I'm not trying to have another one blow up on me.
Dude, Mater's funniest story. Not really funny. It almost took his freaking life. But when we were working on Mater, what was it, me or you that were bent over this fender on the driver's side?
I was bent over it.
You were bent over the fender? So when he bent over and he put his weight on the truck, the freaking tire just blew out. And it was like, what was it, like the third day we even worked on the truck or something? It was like one of the very first days. We got new tires on Mater within the first week, I think. I already am trying to find some tires for this truck right now, so don't think we are going to plan on using these. But I'm glad they took wind so we can get it off the trailer. Now we got to head to the back and unseize those back wheels. What just happened now? Go ahead and show them, Jonathan.
Well, these aren't impact rated. And
yeah, I don't have impact rated big enough. I think my last impact rated is 1.25 inches, and it's an inch and a half
yeah.
that these sockets call for. So I need an impact rated 1.5 because the old Milwaukee just cracked the chrome socket.
Yep.
So now we got to go to the store and...
I think they have some down at the... I think they have some pretty cheap.
Alright, we're going to have to run to the store in town and see if we can get it, because we don't want to strip that socket, or that nut, with that chrome socket. We just talked to our buddy Rick with Classic Truck Rescue. A lot of you guys recommended him. So I sent him an email yesterday, emailed me back today. We just had a phone call, and he thinks this is a 302. He believes, well, he's pretty positive this is the 302, which is a highly sought after engine. I did not know that. I was under the impression that this was a 270. He said that he can tell it's a 302 because of how close it sits to the radiator. And I said, well, that makes sense. He said it's a lot longer than the 270. He said he could tell right off the bat from the video. This guy's an expert. He has, I think, what, like 50?
He said 50 trucks, yeah.
50 or more of these trucks. And it's just crazy to be able to have a conversation with him. He has so much knowledge about these trucks. And he's going to try to help me when it comes to finding a new carburetor for this thing. Now we're going to try to run to town, get an impact rated socket so we can get that back wheel off. We got to get that thing unseized so that we can get this truck off the trailer and get it cleaned up. We got to start getting this thing cleaned up so we can pull it into the shop over there, which I really want to be working out of. We let the jack off the front end, and so far, didn't take Jonathan's legs off.
You almost
took him off right there jumping off the trailer, but it hasn't took his legs off yet. I don't want to put too much pressure in there. I really just need them tires to roll. That's all I need. And we were just looking at the size of the wheels so we can get new tires for this thing and go to a tire shop in town so we can... That's the first things I need to do, is get the truck off the trailer, get it cleaned up, get the wheels and tires fixed, work on brakes, and getting this thing started. Those are the very first things I try to focus on.
Yeah.
Well, boys, truck's been fighting us all day, but we finally got it off. We went ahead and got a whole... We only had the option. We went to the local flea market, and this set was going for $125. We talked him down a lot, but couldn't talk him down all the way. This is an 1.5 IR socket set. Online, they're going for like 120 bucks, but it is missing a socket. It's missing the smallest one, which is probably, I don't know, 3/4, I'd imagine. But it's a pretty solid set. Definitely gonna need it, but the impact rated socket took it right off.
Wouldn't you know?
The cracked one just would not do it.
Well, it looks like it's
now
taking off.
It's taking the stud out the back.
Yeah, it's taking the stud off.
Hey, I'm fine with it. We'll get a new stud and a new nut, or a new
lug. Probably it. Pull it out.
I'm fine with that.
Pull the wheel off. Bring it down.
Yes, bring it down. Almost to our shoes, which we are pretty positive are seized up. Whenever we get there, we'll catch up with you guys. Just getting down into it has just been the problem. Oh, big boy Jonathan here. He's taking the tire off. We got to get a name for this truck. I'm about to just call it Jimmy. What do you think?
That's what I was saying. We picked
Jimmy?
It up, got a Jimmy motor. It's called Jimmy.
I'm thinking about just calling Jimmy. Now, we are going to take these bolts off, take the axle out, and bang the heck out of this thing and try to get it to unseize itself. Dude. Uh-oh. What we got? Oh, spines look good. Doesn't look like it was beat to death.
Yeah.
That's good. Here, we'll clean it last thing. Somebody's already beat it down a little bit. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. Easy. There we go. There we go, Jimmy. There we go, Jimmy. That's not too bad. Easy taps. So check out these bearings, which are probably just destroyed. Let's see. we'll get all that cleaned up here in a minute. Really anxious to see how this bearing looks. We got grease, so we can grease them. Wow.
These don't need to be repacked.
Oh, okay, these are non-packed. Maybe just oil it or something.
It takes the oil from the differential, and that's where the grease comes from.
Sweet. They look to be in great shape. I don't think we're going to have to replace these at all.
See if there's any movement.
Solid.
Feel good?
Yeah, I could tell that. I think it's solid. Just clean it up real quick.
Yeah, brake
Some
clean.
parts clean. I don't even know what to say. We've been hitting this thing for like 2 hours. It's about to get dark in about 30 minutes. I mean, just so y'all can see, and we have sprayed penetrating oil in every hole we possibly could. We tried to thread a bolt in there to get it to push out. We've tried tapping it in every sort of direction. I mean, I'll hit it a couple times just so you guys can see we are hitting the crap out of this thing. We got a little 3-pounder, pry bars, picks. They seized up. And we have wasted our entire day. We were supposed to be filming and getting stuff done. This thing was supposed to be off the trailer today. This was supposed to take an hour. We scheduled an hour for this when we woke up, or when we started working. At lunch or at breakfast, we talked about it. We said, you know, maybe an hour. We'll get this freed up, and then we'll get it off the trailer and start cleaning it out and doing our pressure washing and everything today. And you guys saw how that went. So this truck's gonna be a fighter. Everything about it. And more I look at it, the more worse shape it is. Hey, it just means we're gonna have to do more work to it. This bed, I was thinking the frame on it was salvageable, and I guess it could be salvaged, but I don't know. It's in pretty bad shape. The bed on it. The frame back here looks good. The cab, you guys can see the corners and the fender. This is the worst part of the rust right here. And I'm hoping we can salvage the fender, cut this stuff out, just cut it out with my plasma cutter, and re-weld new metal here. But this corner is going to be kind of tough. So, moving to plan B, we always got to have an alternate, a primary and alternate, a contingency, and an emergency plan. Emergency plan will be running this thing off cliff. Primary plan was to do what we just tried to do. Alternate plan is going to be putting the tire back on, getting this thing running, putting it on the driveway or concrete, throwing the thing in reverse, giving it a little gas, letting the clutch out, and just it should free itself up if you put it in reverse. So we're going to do that. It looks like at this point, will save us some time if we just go ahead, cut our losses. We lost a day on this thing, which kind of sucks, but oh, Jimmy's going to be a fighter. Jimmy's a military truck. Jimmy's a fighter. So we're going to throw this tire back on, put everything, I guess we got to clean. We're going to go ahead and clean our axle and everything up while we got it out. Put this stuff back together, put the tire back on. We'll see you guys then. Hopefully it won't be dark, but we only got about 30 minutes, so we got to kind of rush. So we would have more time to mess with this truck tonight, but we got to go over and film a video for Mater. We got an appointment with the twins at their shop in Bonifay. So for now, we're just going to have to leave this truck be because I can't be late for that appointment. If not, if it wasn't for that, we'd be out here working on this thing until the middle of the night. But yeah, work in the morning. We got to go film a video for Mater as the half-inch falls over. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. It's about to get dark out here. That's another thing why we got to wrap this video up. I freaking hate it. We ran into every issue today we possibly could have, and we figured out that this thing is just seasoned. We're just going to throw it in reverse or something. We got some things done on the truck today, but just not as much as I would like planned. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.